Another day in another Chicago Bears practice officially in the books. And with that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from another Bears practice. Now, this is a little bit different because we're coming off a game day, right? First practice back with the team, and obviously we have a lot to talk about just in terms of the game in general. I was gonna do that in a different video, breaking down some film on Austin Booker, Colin Johnson, Khalil Herbert, and some other guys as well. If you want that video, we go in, look at the 22 coaches film from that game and break down the film, let me know. Put a part 2 or just put film in the comments down below. Make sure you guys do me a favor, by the way, and go follow all of the Bears media members, because guys, without them, these videos are not possible to make. And 2, I guarantee you, you will not regret it, because it feels like you're at practice with all the news and notes that they post. Now, with that being said, I do want to inform you that the majority of the highlights you're going to see in this video are from other practices. I have a little bit of footage from today's practice, but not an insane amount, so keep that in mind. We're still going to keep you updated with all the news and notes from today's practice though. Now, let's honestly just jump right into the video. The first thing to note was the starting offensive line for today was Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Bates, Bill Murray at right guard, and Matt Pryor at the right tackle position. Now, listen, the one player who has been insanely productive throughout not only OTAs, mandatory minicamp, but now training camp is Gervon Dexter. This dude looks like he is about to take one of the best second-year leaps we have seen in a long time. He is making plays almost every single snap, whether it's getting his hand on the ball at the line of scrimmage, whether it's plugging up a hole in the running attack, or whether it's drawing pressure to the quarterback. Gervon Dexter has been insane, right? Quite opposite of what Zach Pickens has been. Tough preseason game. He was getting manhandled a ton out there. But for Gervon Dexter, I am excited about this dude's development. He is going to be a dog. Now, offense in 11-on-11 was really struggling. Never really got a flow going. I feel like Caleb Williams struggled a lot. And we also had a blown snap by Ryan Bates. I believe it was Ryan Bates in the first team offense, fumbled the snap. Not a great look. And overall, it was a sloppy first team period for the offense. Austin Booker defensively was everywhere. He was in for Montez Sweat, who was not at practice today. But again, Austin Booker had some really good plays. Again, if you want me to break down Austin Booker film from the game, let me know. I will do that, maybe even tomorrow if you guys want it. If this video gets to 300 likes, we'll drop a Bears film breakdown for tomorrow. That's what we'll say. As well as covering the Bears practice tomorrow as well. So keep that in mind going forward. We also got a better 11-on-11 portion later on into practice. Caleb Williams had a dart to DJ Moore, and then on the next play had a 35-yard touchdown, right? We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Before we jump into the better news of Caleb Williams in the 11-on-11 portion, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And get this, we're going to be covering the Bears throughout the entirety of the offseason. Every single training camp practice, we got you covered. And for the preseason games, we're going to be live streaming those on my Twitch. We live streamed the Hall of Fame game. If you guys were there, appreciate you guys. If not, come over, right? You're going to find the link to my Twitch in the description. We watched the entirety of that game together, broke down some of the film live on Twitch, so make sure you guys get over to the Twitch right now. But yeah, join the family. Let's kind of get back into the video. So we said that Caleb Williams had a nasty throw to DJ Moore, and then boom, Keenan Allen 35-yard touchdown. It was Allen versus Kevin Byard, and Caleb Williams delivered a dart down the field. It was beautiful. So that was nice to see. We also saw a little bit of an injury. Bears corner Terrell Smith hurt his wrist in team drills, immediately grabbed his hand, ran to the sidelines calling for a sub, but it looked like he wasn't too bad. I guess I don't have a full update yet. So if you guys, by the time you're hearing this, come up with an update or hear an update, put it in the comments down below, because I'm very curious. They need Terrell Smith this year. They need to stay healthy, and he is a big part of what they're trying to do. We also had, some more really good passes. One to Rome Odunze, but it did bounce off Rome Odunze's chest. Really good throw. Beautiful throw in the end zone. Just, just couldn't snag it. Obviously, wish he would have. But those guys, you could kind of tell Odunze and Caleb Williams are starting to build some chemistry here. Obviously, need to be a little bit more effective, right, in the red zone. And he is a guy who can really be productive in that red area. So, want to see them continue to get it going. It was a great ball. Rome had a step on Jalen Johnson. But, again, I also believe he lost his shoe during that play, lost his cleat. So, again, maybe that had something to do with it. Really took him out of his focus. But, again, you gotta play through that stuff, right? So, we also saw DJ Moore get a little bit injured throughout practice. But, went to the sideline, stretched a little bit. Didn't seem like it was too concerning. Velus Jones really is a guy who needs to solidify himself on this roster, okay? I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. He's got some work to do. I'm not going to say he's a roster cut candidate, but I will say that he could be on the bubble. He could be on the bubble if he doesn't really pick it up here. We'll see how they utilize him over the next couple of preseason games, but he's a guy I'm really focused on, seeing how he can be and improve going forward. The 2-minute drill looked really good for the offense. Like I said, great throw by Caleb Williams. Just incomplete, right? Had a couple of really good throws that probably should have been touchdowns. But even though we had those drops, I'm going to say they had a good portion. Like, I feel like compared to what they have been doing, it was a lot worse at some other times. So overall, Bears practice was good today. I feel like they did a lot of good things. Obviously, still so much to work on, building off that preseason game. And when you look at that preseason game, like I said before, the biggest standouts to me were Khalil Herbert. He got a lot of playing time alongside Roschon Johnson, which kind of tells us that one of those guys could be getting traded, right? Trying to put film on the tape for other teams. Because in my opinion, Khalil Herbert is the second best running back on the team. He is, right? But if you can get something for him, maybe that'll be good. Or Roschon Johnson as well. One of those two backs I think will be traded. Because there's no need for 3 really solid running backs on your team. I mean, I guess you could, but you never know what you could get in return. Tyler Scott, I'm excited to see during preseason. DeAndre Carter, Nasimba Webster had a big time catch today. And then, Colin Johnson. Guys, can we talk about Colin Johnson for a second? I feel like he was so dominant. He almost had 5 insane grabs. He is definitely on the rise up. So he was a breakout during that game. Brett Ripien was, dude, he was ripping balls, dude. And listen, that's a no pun intended there, but Brett Ripien looked good as well. Defensively, I'm excited about Austin Booker. He's a guy that I think could have a major, role in this football team. Byron Cowart had a really big role in that preseason game. Khalid Kareem had some good plays here and there. Other than that, though, not too much more to really go off of. I think Josh Blackwell had a really good PBU during today's practice. But overall, another day in the books here for Chicago. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Chicago Bears update, which should be tomorrow if you guys get enough likes. So, see you guys then, and then on Twitch for the next game. So, peace.